Alright guys, thanks for stopping by. I appreciate it. Thanks for all the questions. I think there's like 17 to 20 questions. So I'm just going to go ahead and get started. Hopefully this isn't more than like 15 or 20 minutes. So I'm just going to try to go through these as fast as I can and give them all the attention that they need to answer the question. So the first one I kind of already answered, but the rest I'm just going to go off the top of my head and go for it. So first question, Arkansas Dipper 98. Any advice to get an apprenticeship? I've been trying to get one. I've been calling over 17 companies weekly. Nobody's hiring for anything, not even a helper. I don't know what to do. Any advice? What advice do you have for me? And I said, don't give up. Maybe look out further out of state. Maybe you'll just have to wait for something to open. And then someone else replied to me and said, tell him don't lose hope. One day you will be hired as an electrician by the same company, same staff, my experience. So alright, so that one's good. And then I'm just having to scroll through these, and then the next one says, do you like working with or without an apprentice? It really just depends on the person, really. If I get along with the person, usually it's not really a problem. I usually tend to like to work with people who are more quiet, as I'm a more quiet person, but it just depends what the person's talking about. If they're talking about something that doesn't really matter to me, it kind of gets annoying, but for the most part it's not usually a big deal. I don't mind helping other people if they have questions. That's one of the things I do enjoy, is helping people learn and just teaching them what I know. So try to give them the best knowledge that they can out of the gate. Not that I'm the best or anything, but just learning from what I've learned and cutting out all that extra stuff that they don't need to waste their time doing out of the gate. So I try to give them a good experience out of the gate. So yeah, working with an apprentice doesn't really matter to me, but it is also nice to work alone at times. And that question was from Michael Cardoza. Next question for Edward Cheeseborough. I'm not sure how to pronounce that. Questions. A favorite Bible verse you like when adversity hits you? Recently I've just been like praying like for a Bible verse, sort of like give me something off the top of my head, Lord, or whatever. One of them is like when I'm feeling like super alone or anxious or whatever. One of them that came to my mind was, you are never, I don't know where it comes from, but I will never leave you or forsake you. And then another one, like I will start the work that I will finish the work that I started in you. So just like knowing that you're, whatever position you're in, like you'll kind of like get through it, and you'll be able to just like not basically worry like where you're at, because it's part of the plan, sort of. So those are the ones that I have off the top of my head right now. Another one from Edward. Do you use Ohm's Law during your workday? Not at all. Diego Santos. Do you ever regret becoming an electrician? I guess sometimes. Not really though. I mean, I never really knew what I wanted to do coming out of high school or college, so I mean it's been good for me, and it's taught me a lot like hard work and stuff like that. But do I regret it? No, but at the same time I wish I would have done something else, knowing that, of course, now. So I think that's kind of in a later question, so I think I'll go over that again. What age did you start becoming an electrician? I started at 20 years old. Any changes to your tool belt since doing more pipe work? That's from Dad to the Bone. Since doing pipe work, I've really just thrown like a pipe reamer in there. I think that's really about it. For the most part, my tool belt usually stays the same unless I'm doing something special. I'll throw an extra tool in or take a couple of extra tools out. Carlos Gonzalez, is being an electrician hard work? Sometimes, every once in a while, but for the most part it's usually mostly chill, I guess, if that makes sense. But it's usually the same every day, for the most part. I mean, obviously you got to do work and stuff like that, but it's usually not too bad. Some occasionally you'll have to go out and dig, which isn't the funnest, or haul around heavy stuff, or just move material like all day or whatever. So, but for the most part, it's usually not too bad as long as you know what you're doing. Jose or Josie, I don't know. Josie Montoy, sorry I'm butchering this. Hey boss, what about traveling? Do good paying electricians jobs do most require you to travel? Do most companies require you to travel? It just depends on the company if they're doing out of town work. And basically in your interview you can just say that I just want to stay local. I don't want to do out of town work, so you can kind of say that from the get-go, which is always good. And most companies will ask you. Most companies are respectful. Well, I've only gone out of town a few times. One, I flew to Chicago for a couple weeks, and they asked me, and the other company asked me from the get-go if I minded working out of town, and I said no. So they sent me like 125 miles away for like 6 months. I mean, they didn't send me there, but like I had to like drive every week down there or whatever. So it wasn't the worst or whatever, but stayed in a hotel like 3 nights a week or whatever. So just be upfront about it in the get-go from the interview or whatever when you get started at the company. Next question. That Dan guy. How the heck do you survive underground work in July? Send help, LOL. Yeah, I mean, you'll probably just have to sweat it out, you know? I mean, either you ask not to, or you just deal with it. Try to wear sunscreen and maybe a long sleeve shirt. Just try to keep the sun off of you and try not to get burned. I've been there a few times. I mean, you just have to stick with it, or if you really don't want to, you can quit, but I'm sure that's probably not an option for you. I mean, you'll probably have to work in many places outside in July, so the answer I have for you is you just have to push through it. Take one day at a time. Edward Cheeseborough again. Electrical home run is the main source of power coming directly from the circuit breaker. So how is wiring from like upstairs or downstairs if that's not ran on a home run? Is that a daisy chain connection? So basically I think you're saying how is something wired if it's not a home run from like a first story to a second story. Yeah, basically if it's not a home run, it's going to be tied through a home run. So yeah, it's just through a daisy chain, whether it's a lighting circuit, you're jumping from lighting box to lighting box to bring the power through, or the plugs taking the power through from box to box. So yeah, it'll just be a daisy chain distributing power where it needs to be. Diego Santos, any advice for someone starting an apprenticeship? Yeah, I think I've made a few videos about this. Actually, I have. So maybe check those out, but advice is just like hard work, don't be messing around on your cell phone, show up on time, be willing to learn, don't like talk back and think you know everything, just have a good attitude, stay positive, try not to complain a lot, just be willing to help out and stuff like that. Grab stuff for journeyman or whoever you're working with, just try to grab stuff and be helpful, people appreciate that. And then also just do things faster and faster and cleaner. Just do better work and stuff like that. Pepsivilia, I always just call you Pepsi. So Pepsi says, if you were to do it all over again, would you go through an apprenticeship schooling or learn everything on the job? I never really knew there was any like wait, what? Oh, okay, I was thinking trade school. So would you go through an apprenticeship schooling or learn everything on the job? Basically where I live, you have to be an apprenticeship to have your electrical license, so that's not really an option. But like, let's just make up a question if I was to do it all over. No, forget that. Okay. Next question from Pepsi. Are you often too tired to do stuff when you get off of work? Recently I've been taking a nap after work every day just because I'm super tired. Not like I even try to, but I just lay on my bed and then I usually just end up falling asleep for like 1 to 3 hours or 4. So I'm not really tired to do stuff, but usually I'll take a nap first and then I'll do stuff. So I usually do stuff Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Usually go to Bible studies and stuff like that with friends, and then stuff like that. But usually Monday and Fridays I don't really have plans, but it really just depends on the day if I have plans at the time. But usually I'll take naps, but I'm not really tired to do stuff. Just need a little breather there, get some rest. Arkansas Dipper 98, will you ever join the union? I wouldn't be opposed to it, but I don't really want to take a test to join the union, but if they just let me in, I think I would totally be down for that. But I'm not sure how the like off the books works and stuff like that. Like once you finish a job, you have to wait for like an eternity to get another job or whatever, or how that all works out. So there's some things that would be cool about it and other things probably not so much, but I wouldn't be opposed to it. Arkansas again. Are tools expensive that you use every day? Not really. Basically, most tools are probably around like $10 to $40, and the level usually is the $40 one. But most hand tools are like $10, so I mean your tool belt's probably worth, like, if you fill it full of tools, it's probably worth $100 or $200, not including the tool belt. Just depends how many things you stick in your tool belt and how many tools you stick in your tool belt and what you're doing at the time, I guess, or how big your tool belt is. And then from the other video from Wednesday, I think, and that was kind of talking about my car, and then Jack Schild, butchered that. How much does my car cost, or how much does my car go for? I think it cost me, the sticker price, I got it down to like $51,265 after taxes. It was like $57,000 or $58,000 and a half. Yellow Vet 04. What future mods do you have planned for Katie? Katie is the name of my car. What future plans do I have for my Corvette? I would definitely want to put a cam in it, and definitely do like a supercharger, some type of pro charger or twin turbo down the road. Definitely cam in and pro charger. But for aesthetics, just like a underglow, like $100 underglow on the sides and the back. I don't know if there's one in the front. So underglow, that's pretty cheap. And then kind of want to change the taillights to the clear Z06 taillights. And that's all really that I have on the top of my mind. And then you have to retune that. And then last question, Damian Murphy Morris. Do you still live at home? No judgment. I'm 18 and I live in the basement at home, but I know if I move I'll have better options even if I have to start paying rent. I live rent free and everything else I pay for to take care of myself. I have a few locations that I'm considering moving to in mid-September. I also took advantage of my situation and saved a couple grand. Cool car, by the way. Thank you. Appreciate that. Do I still live at home? Yes, I do. I think that was the only question. Yeah, do I still live at home? Yes, I do. Just like you, I'm taking advantage and saving many grands. So I think that's gonna wrap it up. I don't think I've missed any. Let me just double check here real quick. I'm just trying to do this video in one take so I don't have to edit it or anything, so you might have an extra minute here really quick while I make sure I didn't miss anything. But I thank you guys for watching so far. Hopefully you have enjoyed this. If you want me to do another one or make this a regular thing, just go ahead and drop a comment below saying that you want me to do this again. it's super easy, and I enjoy answering your questions, and it makes it a little bit easier for me just to answer these all at once probably, instead of replying to each one of these individually, although it might help my whatever on my account get more traction. But either way, I'll probably just reply to these telling you guys that I left or that I did the video. So anyways, let me just finish this real quick. I think that's about it. So I think there was like 17 or something like that. Yeah, I think that is it. Yeah, okay, it looks like that's it. And one of the other things I wanted to say is, like, or maybe I'll just make a video about it, like, would I be an electrician again or whatever like that. So let me know if that's something you want to see. Would I be an electrician if given the chance again, or knowing the experience that I've gone through? So let me know if you want that. I kind of want to make a video about that, so let me know if you want to see that. Thanks guys for all the input, all the questions. I appreciate it. Definitely turned out better than I thought, so I appreciate it. I'm gonna try to work on a Corvette video, leaving at 5 p.m. to go to Tillamook, so that gives me like, what is that, like 7 or 8 hours, so maybe I can finish the video. But I do have more footage I have to import now, so hopefully I can get something started at least. So I appreciate you guys for watching. Thanks so much. God bless. Have an awesome rest of your day. Have an awesome weekend. Hopefully you had a good 4th, and I will see you guys later. I think that'll do it. Social media is down below in the comment section, and we're getting close to 900 subscribers. Thank you so much. Thanks for all the new subscribers and the support. I appreciate it a lot. See you guys soon. God bless. Peace out.